to start with, I think a really good place to start with is looking at socioeconomics. And really what we're doing there, we're looking at areas where you've got good incomes, you've got a high proportion of people that are owner occupier that want to and can and want to buy property in that area. You're looking at diverse employment opportunities. So not just individual companies that might employ, but in diverse industries as well. Because one of the really big traps is buying in an area with only one source of income.
One industry. And examples of that are, say, casino in northern New South Wales, where there is an abattoir, and that's the main employer of people. It's a small town. And if there is any hiccup in that industry, then there's going to be a large percentage of people who are unemployed. Mining towns are a classic. There are so many people who were attracted to mining towns in Queensland during the mining boom because there was such a lack of accommodation for the workers that needed to be housed in those areas. People were paying outrageous money for what are called dongers. It's actually officially a type of housing, if you can believe it.
Isn't it a shed?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a shed, but it's called a donger. So they were paying extraordinary amounts of money because the mining companies were prepared to pay large rental payments at the time to get their people housed there. Now, when there was a downturn in that industry, their need for that housing evaporated very, very quickly, and people were left with a lot of negative equity. So when Veronica talks about single businesses or areas that only have a small number of employers or don't have a diverse economic base, that's what we're talking about. So those sorts of areas, if there isn't some other industries and some other areas that people are employed in, then if there's any sort of hiccup in that industry or with that employer, you could actually end up with an exodus of people from the area, or people unable to pay rent, or have to sell their houses, and then you have a glut of properties available for sale, which pushes prices down.
Also, one of the fundamentals of a good location is a place where people want to live for lifestyle reasons, not just because they work there. And so it's a combination of the above. Like they don't want long commutes, and they want to make sure that they've got quality of life by not basically being in transit for too long every day, but also that what they have around them, the amenity that they have around them, are the sort of things that they want to enjoy. It could be that there's beaches, it could be that there's lots of parks, or it could be that there's bushwalks, or it could be that there's cafes, area. Or that there's lots of different types of areas that fall into this category for different demographics, right?